Okay, so I have this thing that I've been having laying around just like randomly, and I decided to finish it and actually make it into a good fidget. I'm going to start by doing 6 circles. Alright, so I just finished doing all the circles, and this is honestly really perfect. I started with pink, and I'm just going to go on with the whole rainbow. Okay, so this is actually the next day because I did do that video like late at night, but I'm going to add more colors because there's basically more holes than 6, obviously. So I'm just going to add 3 more circles. Okay, so I'm debating if I want the red or this orangey peach color because there are 8 circles in this one, and we have like about 3, 6, 9 of them here. And I have to choose between this one or this one, and I think I'm gonna go with this one. Part 2. Okay, so I picked this color instead of this one, so we're just gonna X it out and turn it over and do it a second time, but this one no. Okay, so I basically did this 2 colors, and this one's the hardest because I barely see the yellow, so I don't know where to start the circle. I'm pretty sure it starts there, but I don't know. Anyway, I did it, so let me just do a quick transition. Alright, I did both sides, and now I'm going to show you how to do the pop thing. But first, let me tape on all the colors. Alright, so I put tape on every single one of the circles except the red one because I'm not using it. Now I have to do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, so now I have both of the sides done, and now all I have to do is cut it. I cut all the circles, but I'm going to have to wait for the next part to show you how to do the pop thing. 3. Okay, so I'm just going to use this color to show you how to do the pop thing. And trigger warning, I'm going to be showing knives and scissors. First, you're going to want to cut it onto the middle and don't cut it all the way. And it should look about like this. Then twist it like this until you get like a cone shape. Then grab your tape and tape it together. And that's basically how you do it. Now all I have to do is do this another 7 times. And I just finished doing all of them. And this is the order that they're going in. Now all left to do is glue it on the cardboard. Okay, so I glued on all of the pop things, and now I have to glue on this bottom. And sadly, I only have 1 hot glue gun stick left. And I bought the wrong ones because I got jumbo instead of these. But the next part is up. Part 5. I'm going to start by painting this, and I'm not painting the edges because I'm going to add a trim to make it way better. Alright, I just finished the first one, and basically, oh my god, I'm trying not to touch it because it's wet. I have to do the other side, but this is going really well because I actually went into the little holes, even though they don't look the best, but this is like the first coat, so like once I get to the second coat, it'll be way better. On how to do a pop-it. Okay, so this is basically what I'm going for, and I'm going to try my best to do it. Alright, basically I'm going to start out by tracing this pop-it. And if you don't have a pop-it to trace, you can just simply do a square. Or a circle, you can do whatever you want. I traced this side, now I'm going to trace this side. And to make the pop thing, I'm going to use this marker. Basically, I'm just going to trace the marker. Okay, so I have 1 row finished, and keep in mind, these fidgets do take time, like a lot of time for me to make, and I hope you guys are patient enough to wait for all these parts. And before I go on with the video, I just wanted to stop and say thank you so much for 37K. I'm really grateful for all of you, and thank you so much for all the support. Anyways, let me finish this whole pop-it. And this is a marker that I'm tracing. I just finished this one, time to do this one. Part 2. Now all I have to do is cut this. I adjusted the shape to the pop-it, and this is how big it is. Now time to bring my beat up cardboard that I use my knife with. Now all I have to do is cut it. And this is for everyone that wanted a tutorial on how I get my circles very perfect. And trigger warning, I'm going to be showing a knife. So this is a knife that I use, and it's just a normal knife. And all I have to do is poke a hole, and you should go all around the circle. Just like that. And for my younger followers, if you're going to do this, you should get a parent or guardian. Right after you did that on the front, you're going to want to turn it over and do it on the bottom. Then all you have to do is follow the marks. Alright, I just did it on the back, and now all you have to do is push it out. Now I have to repeat this another part 3. I'm just going to cut every hole in this puppet, and I'm going to do ASMR of hopping out the cardboard. Okay, so I just finished this puppet, and now all I have to do is do the second one. Okay, so I tried my best to copy this, and I think it looks pretty good. I know it's a little messy, but all I have to do is just cut it up. Alright, this is day 2 of me working on my puppet, and I'm just about to cut every circle on this puppet. So enjoy a second ASMR. I just finished both of them, so stay on. Okay, so I taped them all together, and I decided to clean up the edges to make them nice and straight. Keep in mind the tape is temporary. Okay, so they're still not that clean, but I'm pretty sure once I put the paper and the pop things, it'll become way better. Now I'm just going to separate them and trace them on the paper. I'm taking the one that looks best and tracing it 2 times. I just finished the first one, time to do the second one. Alright, now both of them are done. Now all left to do is cut it. Alright, so I gave up on the paper because it wasn't going well, and I decided that I wanted to paint it instead. But I'm still going to make the pops. And a quick tip, if you're going to do like smaller one of these, you're going to want to get bigger ones, and I'm going to use this Elmer's glue to trace for the pops. Sorry if I sounded out of breath, I literally just ran to find this. I just finished all the circles to make the pop things. Before you go on with marker, you should erase it a little bit, but you should be able to see the circle. It should look like that. And these are the colors that I'm using. And for everyone asking where I got these markers, I got them at Target for $16, and it's a whole pack. I already did the pop things, like a couple of them, but I'm going to show you how to put them on. First, you're going to need to cut it to half of the paper, and make sure not to cut all of it. And your paper should look like this. Then all you have to do is fold it like this. Then add hot glue to the sides of the paper and glue it onto the cardboard. For extra support, I go around the whole circle with hot glue. And that's basically how you do it. Now I'm just going to finish the rest. I glue the bottom to the top, and now this is how it looks like, but I'm going to paint it with white paint in the next part.